Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, November 20. The Bank of Jamaica BOJ is predicting that the Jamaican economy will again grow by about 1% in the October to December quarter. BOJ Governor Brian Winter made the announcement at the bank's quarterly press briefing on Tuesday. As was the case in the July to September quarter, growth is expected to be driven by the agriculture, forestry, fishing, mining, quarrying, hotels, restaurants, and construction and installation sectors. The continued response by Jamaican businesses to external demands for goods and services is also expected to propel the economy.
We expect that the continued implementation of the policies set out under the Extended Fund Facility will provide a boost to investor confidence. But domestic demand conditions are expected to remain relatively weak over the near term, even as we return to growth.
Growth for the financial year ending March 2014 is expected within the range of 0 to 1%. Meanwhile, the BOJ is predicting that inflation for the October to December quarter will be in the range of 2 to 3%. This will be due to the increase in the tariff for water rates and higher prices for some agricultural products during the Christmas season. However, the continued decline in the price of international grains is expected to compensate for inflation in the October quarter.
Given the outturn for the year so far and the forecast for the remainder of the year, the fiscal year, the bank is projecting that inflation is going to fall within our target range of 8.5% to 10.5%.
Inflation for the July to September quarter was 3.7% due to an increase in transportation costs and oil prices. Cabinet has approved the award of a contract for $2.65 million for the supply of 500,000 blank Jamaican passports. The contract has been awarded to the Canadian Banknote Company for the period April 2014 to March 2017. Information Minister Senator Sandria Faulkner says the acquisition will allow the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency PICA to provide uninterrupted passport services to Jamaicans locally and overseas. She says it will also allow for the continuation and completion of work on a new integration border management system, which will come on stream over the next 3.5 to 4 years.
This system will replace the current standalone systems which are used in passport, immigration, and citizenship units. The new integrated system, supported by modern technology, will have the capacity to introduce an even more secure generation of passports, as well as keep pace with international trends and best practices.
With tobacco smoke being a leading cause of lung cancer, persons are again being urged to avoid tobacco products and second-hand smoke. Data from the Jamaica Cancer Society show that lung cancer, which is normally diagnosed in persons over age 60, is now being manifested in persons in their 20s. Jamaica Cancer Society volunteer Dr. Aldith Buckland says statistics also reveal that the 5-year survival rate for lung cancer is much lower than other cancers. Breast cancer, for example, has an 89% survival rate, but lung cancer is only 16%.
The smoke from tobacco has very fine particulate matter that is less than 2.5 microns. Particles less than 2.5 microns penetrate deep into the tiny airways of the lungs and can cause many toxic hits onto the cells. Multiple toxic hits on the cells every single day is going to cause malignant change.
Dr. Buckland, who was speaking at a recent JIS think tank session, said the ban on smoking in public places would lower the risk of lung cancer and other respiratory illnesses like asthma. Health Minister Dr. Fenton Ferguson announced recently that since the ban was implemented on July 15, there has been a 20% reduction in asthmatic admissions to hospitals. The learning experience of students at Coburn Gardens Primary and Junior High in St. Andrew will be strengthened following a donation of 5 notebook computers. The computers were recently given to the school by the Embassy of Chile as part of activities to commemorate 50 years of diplomatic relations between Jamaica and Chile.
Chile is strongly committed to promoting a comprehensive and inclusive education for all children, an education that should stimulate and challenge every aspect of the child's life.
And finally, Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites has asserted that greater fiscal prudence is being taken in the education sector to ensure that quality education is delivered for the money spent. Minister Thwaites was speaking at a recent ceremony where Norman Malcolm was named the 2013 LASCO and Ministry of Education Principal of the Year and Janet Walters Teacher of the Year.
It is unfair, you know, for you to pay 4%, is it, hard contribution, for you to pay an elevated education tax, both very necessary, to pay GCT as every taxpayer does. But that when you get the product of the education system, so often you have to spend another lot of money to train that person over and beyond your specific needs. The education system must be articulated to the economy.
And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.
I'm Dacia, and you're watching Jamaica Magazine. Be a change maker to someone today.